Hey everyone, it's Og here, back with another video. Today's video is going to be RFC, which you can do from 10 to 16 on the Horde, and it's going to be by far the fastest way to level. You can do it past 16 if you really want, but probably just going to do it for 16 so we can get into SFK and potentially make some money. So here's my hunter. He's level 10, 4% XP, fresh level 10, ready to go, full rest, and then I have my 60 mage. We have two different ways that we're going to be clearing RFC. So there's going to be the first way, which is going to be purely just for quick XP. You're going to hit the reset caps of 5 runs an hour real quick, but the XP is just going to be insane, and you could just leave your guy at the start of the instance. So if you don't have somebody to follow, definitely makes it easier. Don't even need to worry about him. Real quick resets if you just have a couple minutes. What you want to do is you want to jump up on this ledge and aggro these two groups. What's going to happen is that they're going to run down these halls and aggro up all the other mobs that are around there. What I like to do is just kill this little group of mobs right here real quick, and then we just wait. So at this point, you have all the mobs coming to you, but you have no mobs attacking you. You can just go sit back. What you do want to do is make sure that you get around this pillar here. You're going to see two separate groups of mobs coming. The first group is going to be from the upper ledge that we shot before. They're going to come down and come up as group 1, and then there's going to be a second group about 10 seconds behind them. What I like to do is I like to wait for that first group to get there, frost nova them, wait a little bit for the second group to come, and then AoE all them down. If you want, you can ice block, or if you're on some other classes, I could talk about how to do that in a second. But not really an issue with dying, but it is a ton of experience, and you're going to kill a ton of mobs. So we can now see this first group coming up here. Refresh ice barrier real quick. Probably could have waited, but that's all right. Let all of them get over here and hit the Nova. Now you can see right behind them is the rest of the mobs coming up. So just wait for them to get there, get back some mana with these resists, and now we're going to AoE everything down. All the mobs are here. Quick and easy kill. Not even a problem. And I forgot to time that, but it's about 2.5 to 3 minutes right there. You can see how far we are in the YouTube video. Going to go outside and reset just so we can show the full run. But if we take a look at the hunter, in that 2 to 3 minutes, we have 29% of the level. So we got 25% of the level. Granted, it was rested in 3 minutes. If you're doing this fully rested, you can get a level every 12 to 15 minutes, depending on how efficient you are. It's insane. So we're going to reset the instance. We're going to go back in and we're going to do a full clear, showing where to stop and everything. You can do that same exact pull with a Holy Priest. To level up this mage, I leveled up him with my Holy Priest on my main account. So you could do it. You definitely have to be a bit more careful just because, you know, you don't have as much damage as a mage. You don't have Nova, but it's really not a problem getting through RFC with a Holy Priest. There are a couple differences, though, when we do this as a full run. So the first one is going to be where we kill that first group. It's going to start off the exact same. We're going to aggro up these mobs, but I'm going to start moving my hunter a bit. Reason being, you can only go so far with still getting XP. You can go pretty far and still get XP, but at a certain distance, the hunter's not going to get XP, and you want to make sure that you get him all the XP that you can. So we do the same exact thing. We're going to stop the hunter there because these mobs will eventually reset. And if the hunter's too close, he will pull aggro these mobs, they'll go back, they'll kill him, feel bad, and you'll have to reset the instance or just run out and then run back the other two. Everybody feels bad. Now what you could do is just go to the end of the road right here. So all these mobs are going to kind of coalesce in the middle at the same time. You can see them running down the left side, you can see them running down the right side, and they're all running to this central spot. You're going to see some of them group up over here. Make sure that the hunter's running down. And you start rank 1 arcane explosioning all these mobs. Every single mob. You can pull these guys with an arcane explosion and then pull these guys with a counter spell. What I like to do is run right around here on the side. Nova. Stop the hunter from running. And boom. Kill all the mobs real quick, like. Get all the XP. And similar to before, hunter is now at 57% XP. So in that short amount of time, 28% XP. And that was only, again, like 3 minutes. I really should have been timing this. I'm sorry, guys. So if we hit stopwatch and we start timing this, we'll time the rest of the run and then figure out how long it would have taken us. So similar kind of thing. I'm not going to loot, but the rest of the group can loot. Nice thing is to run this with 4 people. Now, a reason you want to run it with 4 people is that's the optimal group. At this low level, it's fine to run it with 5. Once you get to SM, you're going to lose about 3% of your XP that you would have gotten if you're running with 5. And that's just all based on the calculation of how they give out XP, which, while I'm running through here, one quick thing, make sure that you pull this top elemental on this top ledge, just so he runs down and pulls the rest of the elementals. And then make sure that you pick up all these extra adds, and make sure that your other tune doesn't fall off. The way that this is calculated is you take the average level of all your group members, and that's kind of like the level that you're basing all the XP on, right? So these mobs are level 14. I have level 16 and level 10. So my average level is going to be 35. So I'm going to be basically a level 35 getting XP off of level 13s. It's not going to be much XP. You'll see here 44, 44, 46. Now, if I had 5 people, that would be about 45 XP. So those little 25% 3-minute clears are really like a 50% 3-minute clears if you're rested with 4 people. It's insane, guys. You can level so fast. But you don't want to go 5 people, because then you're going to start getting a little bit of reduction. But at this low level, it doesn't matter. Bring more people, have more fun, meet some people, get them in your group. It's a good time. So that was the second group. We're going to kill them right over there. You can leave your guy over on the far side for a good amount of time now. There is a pat that you want to be sure that you pick up while you're going through here just for the next pool. Again, it helps to have more people in the group. That way you don't need to worry about it. But you run around this circle, grabbing every single mob. The reason we don't cut right back up the middle is that these mobs stun, and you don't want to get stunned because it just adds more time. But by going around the outside, you're going to be in front of all these mobs. So here we are. They're all coming up to the middle at the end. We wait for them all to get here, and we Nova. And there's the stuns. I'm going to blink out of it real quick, and Cone of Cold, and they're all dead again. Now, the way all this is working, probably should have touched on this before, and the really nice thing about being a mage, as I said, you could be other classes, is that mages have this talent called Arcane Concentration. And what happens is that I have an Magic Absorption. Basically, I have higher resistance to all spells, and every single time that I resist a spell, I get back 5% of my mana. So when these guys are casting level 19 abilities on me, I'm resisting everything. So I'm getting 5% mana every 1 second, so I'm not going to go in. For example, right now I'm at 56% mana. Normally, if you're going to go pull another pull, you want to wait a little bit because you're not going to have enough mana to kill them. I have no fear in going through these guys, and honestly, I'm probably going to have 100% by the time I'm done with it. Going to quickly check on the hunter, make sure he's in a good spot. I'm actually going to try to run him to the middle here, just to make sure that he's in range. I'm 99% sure that he'd be safe, but just to be careful. Alright, so we're going to pull up here. Now, there's something you definitely want to do if you're a mage here. Look at this mana, up to 78% already. 83. It's insane. You want to save Blink until you pull that guy, because as you drop down here, that's the only damage you're going to take. But if you save Blink, then you can just easily fall off. No damage. Not even a shred of doubt that you're going to die. Keep on pulling around, refresh Ice Barrier when you need to, and get the rest of the mobs in the instance. We're going to counterspell this guy, pull them all over here. Now this is kind of going to, again, be 2 groups of mobs. So I personally just kill these first groups of mobs, or the first group of mobs real quick while I wait for the second group to get there. First group's dead. Now the boss and the second group's coming. Full health, full mana, not a care in the world. AoE these guys down, and then reap the rewards. This took 4 minutes, plus the 3 minutes, we'll say, for the initial pool. 7 minutes to run, guys. And my hunter dinged. And he's 7% in. Started off at 4%. 2 runs. After the first run, we're at 29%. 7% now. So that means he got... Should really be able to do this quicker. 80... It's really embarrassing. 78%, right? I think it's 78%. Yeah, 78% of a level. 1 run in about 7 minutes. From here, you could do the logout trick, or you could just walk out the front of the instance. Whatever you feel like doing. That's the run, guys. It is insanely quick. If you do 7-minute runs with rested XP the entire way, getting 78% XP a level, you're going to get 350% XP, so 3.5 levels an hour through 5 runs in 30 minutes. And within 1 hour of played, you're going to be level 16, and you're going to get 6 levels. It's ridiculous. And this isn't even with a full group. You're going to get more XP with a full group. Hopefully this taught you guys how to quickly run through this. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe below. And please, if you are really interested in the content, figuring out how to level faster or earn more gold through gold farms in Classic, and just having a good time watching some raids maybe, come check out the stream, the Discord, and support. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.